commit, he will be fouled. John Schriffen, alongside my partners, Jay Billis, Paul Biancardi, Malika Andrews. It is 20 years after LeBron James played high school basketball on ESPN. He started a movement.
And what makes tonight extra special is we have sons of NBA royalty.
Floater.
And those players
got really good body control.
Kim Kardashian in the house. We have the celebrity factor here at Sierra in college, and to be ready to step it up on the big show.
The phrase they like to use is, "We want the smoke."
I'll tell you what, they did a good job, even though Pong got a wide open shot off. That did a really nice job of communicating on that, talking to the ball. And that's a real emphasis for Sierra Canyon, their communication. What was almost like a football game at Houston, and we were down 15, but Paul, you were right on every one of those players you evaluated.
And he plays with a great engine, great motor.
Shot clock turned off. 12 seconds to play here in this first quarter. Sierra Canyon holding for the final shot. Bronny James for three, short. Rebound to Christ the King.
Bronny James is a terrific athlete that has a great IQ and understands how to play and play above the rim.
Bronny James for Sierra Canyon had himself a strong first quarter.
Well, his versatility shines through each game. You see him as a facilitator. Great anticipation with the steal and the push. Then defensively steps right in.
He plays both ends of the floor. And Bronny James has missed a few open shots, but all of them have been good ones. So he made a great read of the defense on that last play of the first. This team does a great job denying. Right now, Christ the King has a tough time running offense. They're not moving the ball from side to side because Sierra Canyon's out in passing lanes and pressuring the ball.
They are quick with their hands.
Elohim, ball for the offensive taking the charge.
That was a smart play by Anthony. He just baited Elohim.
And at Christ the King in high school. Just strong, powerful, plays with force.
Kiyan Anthony, and he nails the triple.
Wants his dad to keep paying for that building they're playing in.
Look at the elevation by Anthony. You know, he bounces into the shot, then on the release, he shoots it on the way up. Watch this.
That sort of mentality, and you could shot fake, drive the closeout, but he had the space.
Hardaway on the block, turnaround jumper. That is pure.
He's got mid defense sometimes. They want to rest on their giftedness.
Markel Alston, he is blocked. That's Majuk Chol, newly into the game, the 7-footer.
The help side never had to move because there was very little movement off the ball.
James misses. He thinks
the Sierra Canyon pressure and the denial is really affecting Christ the King early. They've turned the ball at least 8 times, turned it over.
Pippen to James, and it's knocked out of bounds. Trailblazers have the ball, 30 seconds on the shot clock.
The speed I remember seeing him as a rising freshman, you know, trying to get down the court. Smooth and handle the control.
Paul, early on we talked about Christ the King weathering the storm. How do you feel like they've been playing this first quarter? It's a great Dick Vitale on LeBron James playing 20 years ago. And we take a look at some of the notable players who have played a high school game.
Of course. Bronny's looking at going to college. That's what he wants to do. His family is supporting that.
There's Lala Anthony in the house sitting next to the Kardashians. I mean, the celebrity factor is here tonight. I mean, this is the biggest game in town here in LA. Matchup. Sierra Canyon is up 27-17. The King is in the house. LeBron James watching his sons. Bronny James, you see there, number 0, and Bryce James, both James. 21 years after they faced off in high school. That one wasn't televised, but that was also a show.
He's a next play mentality guy and a guy who's thinking about winning, not so much his own personal stats.
And after halftime, Paul, you mentioned his shot mechanics have really improved.
Catch and shoot off the mark for Anthony.
Well, the last 10 years, Christ the King has had 50 boys that have received D1 scholarships. I mean, it's a...
And even though that didn't fall, you love that sweet-looking stroke by Anthony. He's got that quick release.
You could tell Dad taught him active Sierra Canyon in this game.
Ooh, Pippen shake and bake to Bronny James in the corner. Bang, bang.
Well, he's got a good-looking stroke.
Bronny James shot 38% in the EYBL on catch-and-shoot scenarios. You can see why.
Going up strong, rolling
Stuff we've heard before. Great crossover by Justin Pippen, finding Bronny James in the corner, and he was ready to shoot. The possession for Christ the King here to get a stop and a score and put some more game pressure on Sierra Canyon.
James
Good
with the
pass.
dump off to Chol. They're going to reset, 20 on the shot clock. Hardaway dipping the shoulder.
They have a great class coming in next year. They got Mikey Williams from San Ysidro, J.J. Taylor from Chicago.
Flipped up, no good. Sierra Canyon coming away with it. A minute to play here in this third quarter. James, a lot of contact. Christ the King with the steal. Williams sets the feet. Back and forth action. It's Bronny James leading the break. The circus shot goes.
The body control and the balance.
Great finish by Bronny James.
Vanterpool, his three no good. Offensive rebound is there by Kiyan Anthony, and one.
Kiyan Anthony not afraid to stick his nose in there and rebound, even though he's not the biggest, strongest player out there.
James in the open floor. Look at that straight line speed. Left-handed all the way. Beautiful finish.
Kiyan Anthony on the other end. Yeah, he's just so quick up to the basket after he got control of that sense of where he was on the floor.
You know, Bronny made a momentum play, and then Kiyan Anthony answers right back.
You put the potential into the rankings.
No question about it. When you rank a player, it's performance, productivity, and potential. And then where can they project down the line after their senior year of high school? So it's a combination of a lot of different factors. But you got to love what he does right now, because he has one skill that a lot of people cover it, is shooting the basketball. Kiyan Anthony.
His third personal. So about 8 seconds to play here in this third quarter for Christ the King. Brandon Williams trying to go to work with two defenders on him, rolling off the rim. James pulls it down. He knocks down the three. The lead is cut to 7.
That was a terrific shot by Alston, but Matoyer did a nice job of help side defense and then recovering.
The 7-footer Chol laying it in on the other end.
Oh, what a pass.
Difference in this game, Sierra's making their layups. Christ the King is not.
James hanging. Finds enough airtime to draw contact. Man, he shows off the athleticism when he goes hard.
When he is aggressive, he's a totally different player. When he first started playing in high school, he wanted to fit in as a freshman and sophomore. But the last 2 years, he understands this is his senior year. This is his team. You know, he's played with some great players in the past, Amari Bailey.
Yeah, who knows whether he's done growing. He's all of what, 6'3" right now?
He's 6'3" on the butt. But the athleticism, everybody was waiting for the genetics to kick in. They kicked in about 3 or 4 months ago. The speed has improved. The vertical pop now is extremely strong. And it's functional athleticism, whether it's his defensive stance, block down, chase down shots, or finishes.
Here's Matoyer with the steal, the alley-oop! Bronny James throwing it down!
Dylan Matoyer making a terrific pass. Eyes were up the whole time, and he could throw it just about as high as he wanted to, and Bronny James was going to go get it. That's a 6'3", compact, explosive athlete going above the rim for that. Fun for him to watch his son, Bronny, his other son, who's a sophomore, Bryce, on the Sierra Canyon team.
In the high school game, so he's scrappy.
Good defender.
Bronny James getting in the passing lane, deflects it out of bounds.
He saw the other end.
Bronny is a positional defender off the ball. I mean, he's not looking for steals or blocks, but because he's in the...
Christ the King down by 13. And a big three by Kiyan Anthony to cut the lead to 10.
You have to get stops for it to happen. A little slice screen for the screener action.
Joel, backcourt to Bronny James. Joel with the monster follow.
Bronny James goes hard to the rack. Beautiful pass by Joel. Almost, but Joel cleans it up.
Joel knew what to do with the block shot.
A lot of rhythm on that offensive possession. The dribble at the back door, the well-balanced take. Joel to the.
Bronny James thought about it, and then he'll be fouled by Jaden Ramirez. The 6'3".
I don't think he meant to foul, but if you're going to foul, you want to do it right away in the possession. Lost on the baseline.
Now they really don't want to foul. Just play tough defense and make sure you rebound it.
James, his shot too strong on the rebound.
More of a leader this year as a senior, using his voice over the course of the game. And he started off strong as a facilitator on the fast break. Shot the gap, punched it home.
He's got a complete game. He's got a tight jump shot. He's got really good range. He showed some tremendous athleticism to the floor. It's not about him. He's just a really good teammate.
He's a shot maker, a playmaker, and a defender. As you mentioned, two-way guy who thinks the game and can compete at a high level. The game has finally slowed down for Bronny. I think early on in his career, he was trying to go so fast and didn't have the rhythm that he has right now.
Clearly his mother taught him a lot about the game.
She worked on his
Sierra Canyon, the Trailblazers, an impressive 62-51 win over Christ the King. Bronny James, 12 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, and a steal.